Hey guys, it's Anthony Romrell. In this video, we're going to finish animating this tail by adding breakdowns. So what we have is we have an up position going down, and it's completely reversed on its way down. But what we want is somewhere in between, let's say frame 4. So on its way down, let's say that this is at 0.75, okay? So it started its way down. We're going to key that. And then the tail has started to go up. So in this case, the body started going down, the tail started to go up, but only this part started to go down. So we're going to point this up. But we're going to make an argument here. In fact, let's just do this at -1.5. We're going to make an argument here that this part of the tail is still dragging, okay? So we're going to select these two controls and double down on it dragging. So we're going to rotate these even more. So looks like 50 degrees. Okay. So as this is going down, this part of the tail started to go down. This part of the tail is still going up. Then when you hit here, it flips around, right? Now watch this breakdown. See that? See that nice little flow what's going on there? That's because on frame 4, we're using gravity on our side, right? So again, this part's starting to come down with the body. This part's still going up, so it's reversed. Okay. Now, let's do another breakdown on frame 9. Okay, so frame 10. So 3 beyond 7, so that's 10. And we got to look at our last frame. We're still going forward. Okay, frame 13, we're squashed. Frame 10, let's just argue we've made contact right here. So we'll hit a keyframe there, and what we're going to do is the body has started to stop. That's kind of funny. We're going to select these two, and we're going to say these two are starting to go past the body. Okay, and you know what? That's just 0. And then these two controls are still dragging, right? Because they weigh less. See, these weigh less than the body, so they're going to turn more extreme. And you know what? -60 it looks like. And so now we're going to take a run through, and you could see. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to change my mind, and that's okay to change your mind, right? We're going to say that that's going too fast. It's squashing here, but you know we're gonna double down. So from 7, it's up 10. It's going to we're gonna say that this is not quite come down yet on 10. Okay. There, I think that's better. I think an argument could be made that that's better. Again, you guys, you don't have to do exactly what I'm teaching you. I really want you to read the book and read what Richard Williams is saying rather than just trusting me on this animation. I'm following Richard Williams, but I have a little bit of experience, and mostly I'm trying to help you translate what Williams is saying into Maya, right? Okay, let's work on 16. So 13, tails all the way down. So it goes from here, makes a hard landing, and on 19, it's all the way up. So on 16, we're going to make an argument that this is no longer squashing. We're going to select this control, type in no squash, okay? And then we're going to say this control stays exactly where it is, and then this tail is going to continue to follow flat. So we're going to try our best to, on 16, flatten this tail all the way along. Okay, so however we can do that. I'm just hitting S in between it, right? Let's try to just put this down. Okay, that can't go flat enough, so we've got to do a little bit more rotation. There we go. So we're going from 13, where the tail's still up, to farther down. This is still making its journey down while this has started to go up. Okay, so we're going to push play. Okay, now we've got a little problem. We went to 19, okay, and we've got to reanimate the tail because I didn't have a keyframe earlier. So all I'm going to do is, this is going to continue to drag, but it's this one right here. This is going to completely drag. So reset that key. Somewhere along the line, I missed a key. Okay. So we're going to say from 16. Now that's really dragging. And then frame 22, because it's 3 more than 19. This should not be squashed at all. So we're going to take this control, type in a 0. It should be stretched on 19. In fact, let's make 19 even more stretched. Let's make this a 0.3 stretch, okay? And we'll take that tail control, make it touch the ground still. And then on 22, this is, let's say it's all the way up. So, well, let's say this is at 0.75. Key that. And then this tail is still dragging, right? Hit S. Okay. Now we've got our breakdowns in. We should finesse our breakdowns, and in the next video, we'll do our straight ahead runs.